Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions regarding this watch. In 2023, Breitling expanded its Premier collection to include this, the Breitling Premier B01 Chronograph 42 with salmon dial. The timepiece you see right here in stainless steel lives up to its name, 42 millimeters in diameter, 14.1 millimeters thick, and 49.7 from lug to lug with a 22 millimeter spacing between these lugs. The Premiers are not small watches. In spite of their vintage design tropes, they are large on the wrist. Anything that's almost 50 millimeters across the wrist is a large watch, but it's not a huge watch. So I would say this watch will wear just fine on a wrist my size or larger. My wrist is 16 centimeters circumference, so if your wrist is 16 and up, further away the better sense of proportion you get. 16 and up, you're good to go. Now, it does have a little bit of a slope to its case band, so it will fit underneath jacket cuffs and some dress sleeves. The tightest of shirt sleeves might be a bit of a challenge, but then again, you shouldn't be wearing your shirts that tight. A good-looking watch, it's surprisingly sporty with a little bit of lume, automatic winding, and 100-meter water resistance. Taking a quick look at the strap, it is, like many Breitling straps, more opulent than you would expect. It's thick, the leather is soft and supple. You can see medium rectangular scale alligator leather in medium brown. We have a semi-gloss finish, bolstering to give it some volume, a monotone stitch, a broad folded edge, and the very soft and supple calfskin on the bottom. You can see a Breitling factory strap in brand new condition. It's paired with a simple twin trigger release, single fold steel deployant clasp. And then we have a lot of mid-century modern cues here, as the Premier echoes the Premier watches made in the middle of the 20th century by Breitling. So we have these lovely diner-like strakes. I'm sure that's not the comparison Breitling wants. They would prefer I talk about streamlined locomotives, perhaps high-rise office buildings, the machine ethic of the mid-century modern era that grew out of Art Deco. And it's definitely that, but also a little bit of diner design. We have polish, we have satin, we have this lovely expanding bevel that not only expands towards the end of the lug, but also wraps around the edge of the lug. You can see how the wraparound effect really gives these lugs a distinctive aesthetic. Taking a look, we have vintage-inspired rectangular rounded chronograph pushers, which include both polish and satin, and a crown that's a pleasure to wind as it has a very sharp knurling to it. The bezel's flat, and as you can see, conical and stepped. There's a flange abutting a sapphire, and it is a sapphire. It's designed to be boxed and cambered with a double curve to look like a mid-century plexi, and it does sort of have that effect. It just doesn't have quite as much distortion off axis. The dial, inspired by the middle of the 20th century, has a few elements to that effect. First, you can see the little hash marks at 3, 6, and 9 minutes, designed to remind you back when long-distance phone calls were a thing with separate billing, you would often be billed in 3-minute increments, so it paid to have a chronograph that would let you know when you were crossing those thresholds. We also have lovely syringe-style hands, and this variant of the Breitling B01 in-house chronograph caliber features a twin register design that gives it more of a vintage vibe. You can see that the dial is stepped. Outboard, there's a tachymetric scale that can be used to gauge the speed of an object over a distance, such as a racing airplane around the pylons in Reno, or maybe a race car over a kilometer. We've also got a little azurage or concentric patterns inside the stepped registers, and a well-placed, if you're going to have a date, a well-placed date down at 6 o'clock. Now, I like having a date, so this is actually welcome. If you remember the Premier Pistachio that started this colorful dial Premier kick, that didn't have a date, and frankly, I missed it. Things you will not miss here: the column wheel, present and correct, and the Breitling B01 movement has one of the best feeling and sounding column wheel chronograph actions on the market. Now, we have a vertical clutch too. You can see the vertical clutch means the chrono starts without any jump, stagger, or irregular motion. A vertical clutch is seamless, unlike a lateral clutch. A vertical clutch can also be left running full time, which is nice because some folks will prefer to have centrally mounted hours, minutes, and seconds, and a full-time running chronograph will give you that. Pulling the crown out, you can see one of the setting modes is hacking seconds. It stops all the seconds hand, halts the movement, allows you to set the time precisely to the second. Pull the crown out to an intermediate position, and you have a quick set mechanism for rapidly cycling the date. I mentioned the watch is 100 meters water resistant. And so it is. Before we go to the back, though, let's take a quick look at the dial. You can see it's not a sunburst. It's a very gently frosted opaline. So 100 meters of water resistance, put it on a different strap, and yes, you can swim with it. It is a COSC certified chronometer movement. You could see the column wheel in action. You can't see the vertical clutch because those are generally out of the way, but you can see that this is a big movement that properly fills a large case back, which is notable because when it first debuted on the Chronomats in 2009, the B01 family of calibers was not designed to be seen. It actually adapted and took well to the era of display casebacks at Breitling. 41 joules. The 41 joule variant of the Breitling B01 is the one that only has 2 registers, so that's what we've got. 4 hertz beat rate, a COSC chronometer certification, and 5 position adjustment, column wheel, vertical clutch, stop seconds, quick set date, and a unique hybrid adjustment mechanism. You can see it uses Edicron for fine timing corrections and beat error correction, but then it also has a very, very fine eccentric screw cam that can be used for tiny adjustments of increments less than 5 seconds a day. Also impressively, you can see the use of KIF shock protection, which is sort of like an upscale thing that you expect on high-end brands and don't really expect to see on a Breitling. It's one of the few things I could say Breitling and Jaeger-LeCoultre have in common. And then if you look next to it, really unusual, an escape wheel with shock protection, any kind of shock protection. You don't see that often. Breitling, you are full of surprises. If you love this watch, which has a 70-hour automatic winding power reserve, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.